What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Absolutely April, here for another recap. Really, it's my reaction. I'm not really recapping because sometimes I feel like you've already watched it. So why do I really need to recap? I would rather us have discussion. So I'm going to talk about some things that I saw, have, share my opinion, get your opinion, which you will put in the comment section down below. So we can have more of an interaction and discuss some of the things that we saw on the episode. So that's kind of how the format I'm going to do. We're going to see how that works. If you want me to do more of a detailed, recap, I can do that too. I'm just trying to do something more innovative on my channel. So that's that. So yes, welcome to my channel. I'm again Absolutely April, and I do all type of shows. I like reality shows, especially shows about love. So if you're into things like that and spiritual matters, then yes, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you just like me, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it. Share it is caring. And also smash that notification bell so you'll be notified about all of my uploads. So let's get into Ready to Love. That's what you're here for. How did y'all enjoy this episode? It was, was kind of getting my feel of some of the cast, and I feel like it's a lot of the same, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of the same. Of course, you have some of the same formula that you usually have on Ready to Love as far as the casting. I think it might be a little bit more of an interesting cast than last season, but we shall see. I love the girls. The girls are off the chain. I love the girls. I think most of the girls have their stuff together. I can see some of the girls' head button. I can already see that already from some of the personalities. But I definitely like the girls. I think they got their stuff together. But some of these guys are like, wah, wah, wah. It kind of falls short for me. What do y'all think? Comment down below. How are you feeling about the cast? Are you liking the girls? Are you liking the guys? Do you think this is going to be a good mix? Do you think it's going to be better than the previous season? We're going to see. Last season, it felt like it just dragged on and on and on. And I got tired of it. Like, even when reviewing it, it just got to the point where I'm just like, ugh. And I don't ever like to feel like it's a chore to do something. I want to be excited about it, because if I'm excited about it, then I'll convey it in a manner where you're excited about it. So it started getting a little bit, heavy towards the end. It was like, ugh, let this be over already. I don't even think I finished all my recaps, because it was just getting to the point where I was done. Your girl was done. But we're here. We were refreshed for another season. With Tommy, of course, was there. We had some surprise. We had a surprise visit from Rashid and Simone from the Ages and Stages podcast on here on YouTube, and they came from the Houston. I enjoyed Houston. I enjoyed Houston season, and I really liked Rashid. I thought he was a good guy. Simone, yeah, I felt like the guys didn't appreciate Simone, but I love them together. I hope they make it work. But they came and talked to the people and helped them out and gave them some advice. So that was good to see. Simone and Rashid, they gave some good, their point of view and some pointers and stuff like that. So that was really cool. So what I did for you all today, since it was pretty much kind of getting to know the new cast, I just kind of put a compilation of the, cast together, some pictures so you'll know who I'm talking about. So you can get to know them, we can get to know them together, and let's see how it works for this season, who's going to last and who's not going to last. So let's go on and get into the daggone thing. So we got, this is the little logo, Ready for Love, Ready to Love. And then we have, here's the cast. I like them. I like it. So let me put me up right there. Let's see. So we're going to start with the ladies. Ladies first. So we have Corvea. I didn't even have to look at my notes. I remember her. She had a good personality. She was definitely very spicy. I know she said that she was half African American, half Latina, I believe. So she was she was very spicy. She had some interactions with some of the fellas, but to me, she came across as a girl who knew what she wants. Um, she's like, she does something in the digital sector. So she definitely, she could talk. I liked her personality. I thought it was very spicy, but I could definitely see her getting into it with some of the girls. Because she likes to say what's on her mind, and she kind of has she has that syndrome where it just comes out, just word vomit. That's what it is. She has word vomit. It just comes out, and I don't think she takes into consideration how someone may feel. But Corvea, she's a digital strategist. I have it in my notes. She's a digital strategist. I really, really liked her. She had a run-in. I remember her and Blake, you'll see him later, had a run-in where they talked about baby mama, about having more children. And so he kind of like skirted around the issue about, at first he said he told one girl he didn't want to have kids. Now then, when he got into this group with Corvea, when she started pressing him a little bit more, he said he was 87% not going to have a child. And I'm just like, Blake, why don't you just say 100%? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, she kind of, she said what she had to say on that. And she also made a big situation with Lyndon, who, of course, I'll show you later. She made it known that she does not want to have a man who has a roommate. Now, I totally agree with Corvea. Like, when you're a woman of a particular age, and Corvea is, let's see, she's 31 years old. When you're a woman of a particular age and a certain status in life, you have your own. You kind of want your man to have your own, or you need to be telling me why you don't have your own spot. So that she says that's what she wants. When she wants to stay over her man's house, she wants to stay over her man's house, not have to worry about, is someone outside? Do I have to tip to the bathroom? Or when I go to the kitchen, is somebody else in the kitchen? It's a privacy thing. It's just a grown man type thing when you have your own. So that's what she wants. And I feel like if that's what she wants, that's what she should look for. And she shouldn't compromise for that. So, but it did rub Lyndon, a certain type of way. And he just was not feeling her. And you're not going to feel everybody. You're not everyone's cup of tea. And Lyndon, you're just not her cup of tea at all. So let's move on to the next. I liked Corvea. So we have Natasha. Natasha, she's an attorney. She kind of put me in the mindset of Simone. She has a bubbly personality. She seemed very nice, but she kind of had the flighty type. She seemed a little flighty, but I liked her. I thought the guys would, take to her, but it didn't seem like they did, especially Blake. Blake was not feeling her at all. But she just had that type of personality. Either you like her or you don't, but she's very bubbly. She seemed very nice. And towards the end of the social, her hair was definitely having a mind of its own. She had to put that thing back in a ponytail, so it was humid out there for your girl, because her hair started, how we get when we have naturals and it's humid, it starts getting frizzy to the point where like you got to do something now or it's going to get untamable. So yeah, I did notice that at the end that she had to put a little ponytail in her head, because the humidity was not her friend. So, but I liked her. I liked her bubbly personality. So moving forward, let's go. We have Z. Z is 34. I think she's also doing something in the digital, like a digital producer or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what that is or exactly what she does, but it's something in the digital arena as well, maybe social media. but she seems very like earthy, type girl. Um, I don't know. She had made the joke to, I think it was Demario. She asked him, if he was an alpha male. He said he was an alpha male, and she said she's an alpha female. And then she said, do you like virgins? And he was like, I can work with that. And she was like, I'm a virgin. And then she said, Nah, I'm just playing. So she seems like she likes to be the jokester. Um, I will see if she really has the alpha personality. I don't know. I don't get that from her. But she definitely was on the chopping block. Her and Natasha were on the chopping block. So I don't think she connected with as many men as she maybe thought she did. And maybe she was coming off as the homegirl type thing. You know how they say on this show, she came across as a good friend. So I think maybe she came across as the homegirl because she was jokey type, um, versus really getting to know. And she was kind of like acquiescing to what they were saying. So he's an alpha male. Oh, I'm an alpha. It was kind of like that type of play on things. So I feel like if she kind of gets a little bit, maybe it was just nervous laughter. When you're nervous, things happen. So maybe once she gets a kind of her footing and dating some of the guys and doing some one-on-one stuff, maybe it'll get a little bit better for her. I like her. She kind of puts me in the mindset of Ace a little bit from, what was that, DC? Potomac or something? And yeah, she was in DC. So yeah, she kind of puts me into that type of mode, but we'll see. We'll see what Z does. We'll see if she lasts. Now, this is my girl Morgan. She's 38. She's an interior designer. She definitely comes across to me as a real estate agent for some reason, but she's very pretty. She seems like the girl that she knows what she wants. She's very spiritual, and that's what she's looking for a man who's also spiritual. But she definitely seems like the girl who knows what she wants. She's very confident in who she is. I really enjoyed watching her as she maneuvered through the guys and talked to the guys. She spoke with a lot of grace and elegance, and she had a nice physique. What's there not to love with Morgan? But we'll see as the days go forward. I really liked her aesthetic. She's an interior designer, so I'm not surprised that her aesthetic is very put together. I hope well, I don't know. They don't really talk about it, but I would like to see some of her ideas, like maybe they'll share her home or show her with some other clients. I love real estate, so anything showing some type of interior design, like I'm trying to get my design together. Like this plain wall that back here, I just moved in maybe about a year ago, so I'm trying to get some things together, some ideas together. So I'm hoping they show some of what Morgan does so I can get some ideas. But yeah, I like Morgan. A lot of the guys seem to like her as well. And we will see what's going to happen with Morgan. She really connected with Tony. He also seemed to be a kind of like a church guy. So we'll see. She said her friends call her Minister Morgan. So she sounds like she's deeply religious. So we're going to see how that works. I'm always skeptical when someone is deeply religious, because that makes me sometimes feel like maybe you're too rigid and you're uncompromising when you're deeply religious. So I can't wait to see more of Morgan, but I really like her. That's my first impression of Morgan. Next one is Marcia, and if you could tell by the pose, she seems like she is not to be messed with. Marcia, she's a fashion designer. She's 34. She reads a little bit older than 34. No shade, Marcia, but you do. And maybe it's just the hair and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, she has a nice physique. She also seemed to be very matter of fact. She knew what she wanted. She she definitely has like a nice curvy figure. I liked her a lot. But she did not mince words. So I can definitely see her and maybe what's the other one, Corvea. I can see them butting heads. I could definitely see her and Nevaeh, maybe butting heads. I don't think she seems not. Marcia seems like she's no nonsense, so she's not gonna take too much of um, any disrespect. And if they happen to like the same guy, God help us, it's going to be fireworks because I don't see either one of them backing down from each other. Now, that's the only thing I really got from Marcia. She had an awkward interaction with Dre, I believe that's his name. Yeah, Dre. She had a little awkward interaction with him. She did not seem interested at all. Dre was not her type. I think he was a little bit too small for her. So I think that's where that came from on that. But yep, that's Marcia. Now we're at Mercedes. Mercedes is 31. She's a flight attendant. Again, she was a favorite amongst the guys. For some reason, they felt like, oh, well, I like to fly, so yeah, I like Marcia. Like, what they got to do with anything? Like, you get your own ticket. Why would you like that doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, because we're talking, you're going to use my buddy pass? No, it don't work like that. That's just that's a little cheap, and that's a little, I don't like that kind of stuff. It seems like you're latching on to me just because of what I have versus you should be coming to the table with something. What can we, build together? Not just what I have and you could just leech onto it and, go to Vegas with your boys or something on my buddy pass. No, that's not going to happen. But I like Mercedes. Anthony was really into her. He seemed like he had their future planned out. And so, yeah, she was definitely a lot of people was on a lot of the guys' tongues as far as one of the women that they were most interested in getting to know more. And I liked her. I think she might be one of those no nonsense ones too. I don't think she's gonna start it, but she definitely ain't gonna back down. That's what I get from Mercedes. But I like her. I like her a lot, and we're gonna see where that goes with her. This is Sue Ann. She's an attorney. I didn't get much from Sue Ann this show on this episode. I didn't get much from her. So I think she was kind of like right there in the middle of the pack. She wasn't bad. She wasn't, at the front. She wasn't at the back. She was like riding that middle. And that's probably very smart to ride the middle and then then be a force to reckon with later. But I can't wait to see more from her. She's another attorney. So we'll see how that goes with her. I like her aesthetic as well. I think she's beautiful. All the women are beautiful, but I like her. She seems well put together. So we'll see what else Sue Ann has for us next. So this is also Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey. She has 3 kids, and she's an executive assistant. I like her as well. She had the little squeaky voice, but she seems very nice. She's also into spiritual stuff because she had 1111 tattoo on, and so she's definitely into the spirituality. So she might be more like Ace than anything, but she was, she seemed like she wants someone to be in the family with, someone, that her kids can, have, to look up to, something like that. I know she referenced, none of them are used to having a man in the house because she's been a single parent. So I would, love for her to hopefully find love. We're going to see. I don't know. I've seen some of the previews and it didn't look promising at all for Jeffrey. So Jeffrey might be faking the funk on us, but so far she isn't problematic, but we shall see. We shall see with Jeffrey. So let's move on. I'm trying to keep my notes together. So we're with the men. So this is Anthony, I believe. Yes, 30. He's 39. He's a nurse practitioner. Now, nurse practitioners make very, very good money. So don't get it twisted that he's a nurse. Nurse practitioners, they're basically, a step below a doctor or, physician assistants. They could do basically everything that a doctor does. So, I mean, yeah, ladies, he's might be one to look at. But he's the one that really enjoy who was that? Mercedes, I believe. So he he seems like he's intentional with what he wants. He doesn't seem to be problematic. He may be a little bit passive. He may be a little bit passive. We'll see. Because sometimes when he's a little bit too passive, he doesn't want to make, some of the women may want a man who's going to be a little bit more who's going to make a move, not wait for the woman to always make the move. So hopefully that is going to be, he's not going to be that guy. He's going to be very assertive. That's what I'm looking for. He's going to be assertive and, be, give that masculine energy, but also that's still that softness that a woman needs. She don't want all that raw all the time, but also be sensitive and vulnerable. So I think he might have that vulnerability part down. I'm just hoping that he is that guy who won't wait for the woman to make the first move, or be so timid that I don't want to, offend her, kind of get in there. So I'm hoping that's going to be him. Next guy. Oh, y'all, this guy right here. What is his name? I can't remember his name. He was one of the first people out there. No, it ain't Andre. Yeah, his name is Andre. Yeah, Andre. He is 39 and he's an entrepreneur. Because I'll put on my notes curl in the head. That curl, y'all, got on my nerves. I don't know if he think he is the Black Superman or what, but that curl in the front was annoying me. Like if I was at this meetup thing brunch, that's the only thing I would have been able to look at with him. Like, why is it there? And he also comes across to me that I don't know. I didn't read that he liked Black girls. He might, but I just didn't get that from him that, he's into Black girls, but we'll see. He's very, he's different. He's not weird or anything, but he seems like he probably would listen to rock music. Like he's very like evolved. Like he might like different types of things than what you would normally think stereotypical that you would say like hip hop. He seems like he would listen to heavy metal type guy. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. That's just what I'm getting from him. But he, like I said, that's why I got from it. Like he probably wouldn't flock to Black girls. Like I felt like he would do someone who maybe is different. That's the only thing I can really say. I don't get him liking Black girls, but that he could. I don't know, but he definitely that curl got on my nerves. It got under my skin. He's an entrepreneur. He seemed like he's a party guy. He likes to have fun. He's going to be the one that's living la vida loca. He's going to be, seem like he's going to be more of a life of the party, in my opinion. But we'll see. I can't wait to see how it pans out because he wasn't at the bottom. So somebody like him. Moving forward, now this is Blake. Blake, he's 44, corporate security officer. So he's into making sure your stuff is safe in the corporations, making sure your computer, software, and all that stuff is safe. Very good job. Very good job. Honestly, but his attitude, y'all, it just came across really stank and arrogant. Like I know everything and none of y'all know anything. You all are peons and I just I'm that one and y'all need to bow down to me. That's the energy he exuded from the show. Now he may not be like that, and he may not be. He may be the nicest guy on here, but that's just kind of what came across with his energy. Like you all are beneath me, or y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the things I know, or I'm smarter than everyone here. Like he just had that air about him and it did not come off well. Natasha, she was also one who kind of saw it as well when they had their their one-on-one date, and she was just like, he just comes across as arrogant, and it rubbed her wrong, and her bubbly personality rubbed him wrong. He has 3 kids, and by 3 different women, and they're like 22, 14, and 9 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's a little, and he doesn't want more kids. He's the one who said 87%. Then he changed it to 87%. He doesn't want kids, and maybe, the other percent, I'm leaving it up to the, universe and stuff like that. Boy, please, you don't want kids. Just like Mike from last season, if you don't want kids, just say you don't. But you're saying you don't want to polarize yourself, just, but that so you can stay on the show. That's what that is. But don't be wasting people's time. And he also had it in a big situation with one of the ladies where he was talking about, I think it was Corvea, because Corvea, went back and forth with him for a little bit about he doesn't, about single kids and single parents home are broken. And I don't know if he was trying to say that it's a broken family that they're in, because I'm like, you have 3 kids that are not in your household. So are your 3 kids broken? Or are your 3 kids, like, what are you trying to say? What is broken in his opinion? Like, what are you trying to say? Because if you're saying that, then you're saying your kids are broken. And what does that look like for you? So, I know back in the day, because I grew up in a single parent household, and back in the day, like, you're in a broken family, and that's just because my dad didn't live in the household. But I don't think that holds you back either. Now it will cause some, if you don't have that present father, or our present mother, it can cause like some issues where you might have issues with women, or you may have issues with men, or you may be looking for that love that you didn't get from your father in someone else. In that instance, yes, you are a little broken, and all you need to do is, go to therapy. Once you start seeing those patterns, going to therapy and learning how to get through those patterns. Nobody's going to be perfect. We all going to have some issues, and that's why we have places like therapy. You can get it with BetterHelp or Talk or whatever it is, where you don't have to go into a facility or anything. You can just do it over your phone. So they're making it very a lot more convenient for us. But I would like to know, a little bit. I wish they would have went a little bit deeper as to find out why he felt like they were broken. And Corvea was not here to play with them. Corvea was like, I can't even talk to him no more, because I guess she got to the point where she was getting annoyed with him, and she saw it going in a different direction. But a guy like Blake, I think he will sit there and argue with you and go tit for tat. He seems like that guy who's going to go tit for tat with you. And if you are not self-aware enough, you will allow that type of energy, that type of tit for tat. It will send you through the roof, and it will it will make you lose your cool. And that type of person takes joy out of that, and you cannot allow him to get you off of your square, knock you off your square, because that type of person, which he is, I don't know what I get from him. If that type of person knocks you off your square, he gets under your skin, that is everything for him. So you can't allow him to let him do that to you. And if you are not self-aware enough, he will do it. And that's one of the things I get from him. I don't know. He was in the bottom. He got saved. And I don't know why. But we're going to see. I don't even know why why y'all let someone with three kids and 3 different baby mamas on here. Like, that's not ideal. Like, that's not an ideal situation to put someone in. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think they need to, have a cap on the baby mama situation? I mean, it just seems a little bit much to me. But hey, maybe somebody else will like it. I couldn't see me being in that position where, I mean, maybe if they were offering on the same woman, maybe you got married, or it just seems like you were doing a lot, bruh. But we gonna see. The verdict is still out on Blake. We gonna see. I think he's gonna continue to rub people the wrong way, in my opinion. So now we got Lyndon. Lyndon is a bartender. He's from Kingston, Jamaica. So we have another island boy. Last season, it was I don't remember his name, but he looked like Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince. So Lyndon, he's 33. He is a bartender, and this is the guy I said earlier who Corvea did not mesh well with because he still lives with roommates, and he said because he works, he doesn't have time to find his own spot. Lyndon, I'm gonna let you know this is something I learned with pledging in college. Excuses are tools of incompetence. If you want to find you a home by yourself, you can do it. You make time for what you want to do. There's a lot of busy people out here and they have all found their own apartments. If that's what you really want, or maybe you're stacking your money and you want roommates, and Corvea is not the one for you then. You need someone who's going to accept you having roommates. And there is someone out there who will accept you with roommates, just not Corvea, just not me. So I think that he just needed to just let it be known, like, I'm doing this to save money, or I'm, whatever the reason is. It was nothing to, give an excuse about. Because when you start giving those excuses, then you start teetering on lying, and it's just too much. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about Lyndon. Like I said, the whole excuses thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So we're gonna see how this is gonna work with Lyndon. He's a nice guy. I like his accent, of course, but I didn't get much from him. Now we have Dre. Dre is 39. He's a DJ, and he's a DJ. He's a rapper. He's on the radio, whatever. And he is the first thing he started saying, people have issues with him being short. So by him saying that just made me think he had like insecurities about being short. And I know some short people, some guys who are short, who still have swag, who still, I've seen guys who are short, pull some girls. I mean, pull some girls, some bad ones too. And I think that when he just seems a little bit insecure about being short. And then he just has that funny guy, like the little brother that comes around, the aggravating brother. That's the kind of energy that he gave me, was like the little aggravating brother, or the brother. He came off as a friend, more of a friend than I'm out here trying to find love, in my opinion. He kind of put me in the mindset of David. Now this is aging me. David from The Real World with Tammy. He gave me that vibe. The funny guy, the comedian, he's a DJ. He's a nice guy, but I don't want to date him. That's what I got from him. He's a nice guy, but I don't want to date him. Like he just didn't have that swag to really get in and in this type of environment. Like, you're in an environment where you're going up meeting people and, trying to maneuver in a competition. This is just not, I don't think this is the venue for someone like Dre. He's a nice guy though. He's a really nice guy. And maybe if he would have kind of, did something with his hair, braided it, or, wore something different, maybe. He just did not come in his best fighting form. Like, he seemed like he got the message the same day, like, oh, by the way, you're going to be on the show. Like, you didn't know what you were coming here to do, or did you just, I don't know. But I liked him. I liked his personality. I think he just didn't put his best foot forward. And maybe he just wanted to be who he was. And that's respectable. But this is not the venue for that. For, just come as you are. All right. Well, just to let you know, David got voted off. Why I call him David? Dre got voted off. So we'll see Dre. The next time we see Dre will be at the reunion, and I'm pretty sure he'll be making his rounds on some, channels on YouTube to talk about his short-lived time on Ready to Love. All right, so now this is Blue. Seems like a nice guy. I don't remember what his real name is, but call him Blue. He's 40. He's a lounge owner. He seems like he's outgoing. He says he likes to do some extreme stuff. He likes to be out and about. He likes to party. So he has nice eyes, of course. His eyes are really, really pretty. He seems safe so far. One of the girls, Marcia, seems to like him. She said she felt safe with him. I don't know. I didn't get much from Blue. I just, I could tell he seems like a little teddy bear so far. But that's that's how he might draw you in, and then next thing you know, he be done changed up on you. But so far, Blue he doesn't seem problematic. I like him, but I got my eye on you. Here's Demario. He's 37. He's an accountant. He has the green eyes like Michael Ealy. He gives off that Michael Ealy type vibe. He seems nice. This is the guy who Z was talking to, and he said he's an alpha male, and she says, "Oh, well, I'm an alpha female." And then she says he's a virgin. So this is him. I don't know. When guys just say, I'm an alpha male, sometimes I don't know if that is a dog whistle to just say, yeah, I'm bossy, or, what it is. I'm going to see what he really does, or, be confrontational type guy. And it's not really all that an alpha is. But we're going to see how you really move Demario. Again, he has nice eyes. He's nice to look at. We're gonna see what the other package is. He's an accountant, so that means he might be good at his finances. So that's a good thing. Maybe he has a good credit score, so that's promising. But he says he has a weakness for baddies. He like baddies, so he like girls, with big old booties and stuff. Got a nice physique, nice face, so he wants those type of girls. So I don't know if he's totally ready to love, or he's just ready to get down with the get down. So I don't know if Demario is totally ready to be in a relationship. He seems like he's ready to be out. He like to be out in the streets. So let's move on. We got Tony. Tony is I just see him as the church guy. Tony is 42. He's a tax director. He has 2 sons, and he's the guy that he and Morgan clicked, and they clicked on the religion factor. His mom is a pastor and never got married to his dad, I believe. I think he's from New York as well. He had a heavy northern accent. He seems like a nice guy, nice body. He definitely seemed a little confrontational in some of the previews of this season. He seemed to be confrontational with one of the guys. He seems like he's hooked on Morgan, and he ain't trying to hear nobody else talking to Morgan about Morgan. He has his eyes on Morgan, and that's it. So Morgan, if you're trying to date, I don't think he's trying to. He's not feeling that. He might be a little controlling. I mean, and I hate to say it, but them church guys, and then they try to beat you into submission with the Bible. The man is the head of the house, and the woman is, all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping he's not that type of guy. But he definitely seems like maybe the jealous type. I don't know how he's going to do in this process. Because, I think this process might be a little bit difficult for him to handle, especially now that he's so invested in one girl. So that's the end of the cast, y'all. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think so far? I think most of the guys and the girls, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what we got going on with Ready to Love this season. Um, I'm hoping it's a little bit better than last season because that whole fiasco, the three-way with Kayla and Randall and Mike, and then you had old girl on what's her name that Mike was messing with, the other girl, Brandy. It was just like you could tell they had started having alliances. It just got to the point where I was annoyed with that season. But I did enjoy Katie and Swayze. I like them. They are my Rashid and Simone. I like them. I like them together. I hope they stick together. I thought they made a very, very good couple. So that's all I got for this Ready to Love. I try to be as fast as possible and just give my insights, but it's a little less than an hour, so we still looking good. So, like I said, continue to like the video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and smash that notification bell so you'll be notified about all of my uploads. I appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all in the next video. Peace.